Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we're going to be discussing a game that wasn't even on my radar. In fact, I didn't know about this game until one of my teammates told me the day of the beta that this game existed and gave me a code because he pre-ordered it. This is a game called Concord, and it's a bit of a weird one, and it's receiving a lot of mixed ratings. As you can see here from the official PlayStation website, people aren't exactly thrilled. Unfortunately, I only got one day to play the Concord beta before my graphics card decided to, put itself 6 feet under for the third time, so I had to buy an emergency 4090 in order to get my computer up and running to even make this video. So let's talk about the Concord beta, which looks eerily similar to a certain game, which I'll touch on later. If you enjoy the content, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I stream every single day at twitch.tv/enders and on this YouTube channel right here. And of course, turn notifications on to know when I post videos and go live. Also, there's a Discord link in the description. Feel free to join up. So as I mentioned previously, this game was not on my radar at all, never heard of it, didn't know what it was, and I kind of jumped in completely and totally blind, and my initial feeling while playing Concord is, this is really similar to Destiny. I mean, so many things are similar. You might see in the gameplay, I am using a character with a revolver, looks exactly like a revolver you'd use in Destiny 2. Even the dodge this character has looks exactly like it's from Destiny 2. So I was wondering why that is, and apparently a lot of the developers on this game were actually ex-Bungie. And it certainly shows in pretty much all of the gameplay elements, some better than others, because another thing that stood out to me while playing Concord is that it just feels really unresponsive and weird and disconnected at times. You would get kills on people and literally have to wait a full second for you to get the notification that you killed someone. That is eerily like Destiny 2, at least as I remember it when I played Destiny 2 on launch in PvP. As you've probably already guessed just by the gameplay in the background, this is yet another hero shooter, ladies and gentlemen. Can't we get a round of applause in the comment section for modern game developers and their creativity? Another hero shooter. How many are we at right now just this year? We got X Defiant, we got Delta Force has specialists in it, we got Concord, and I'm probably forgetting like 4 others. So while the concept of Concord isn't exactly groundbreaking, I do think the character design of Concord is really unique. There's a fucking recycling vacuum cleaner robot you can play in the game. Like, that's pretty cool. The character I'm playing in most of the background gameplay is called Lennox. He's the guy with the revolver. He is obviously extremely inspired by McCree from Overwatch, and he has a self-heal. He has an explosive knife that you can stick to people, and his dodge reloads both of his handguns. The McCree character design scheme isn't exactly the most unique thing ever. It's been done over and over again in multiple different hero shooters, but Concord does feature a bunch of very unique character designs as well. I did play a character called It's or It-Z, and what she can do is she's basically just a flanker character that's hyped up on about 97 energy drinks. She actually cannot stand still even in the menu, which is kind of annoying. Her submachine gun does very little damage, but if you hit this damage orb, which then seeks her out after you land it on an enemy, it increases her submachine gun's damage and it basically melts people afterwards. Then on top of that, her dodge creates a decoy of herself as she twirls through the air, and she can throw an orb that you can use to teleport to its location. So this character is crazy. Unfortunately, during my playtime, I only got my hands on 2 or 3 characters out of the 16, so there are many other characters with crazy designs, but some of them are pretty bad. And when I was playing Concord, again, I didn't know anything about the game, but someone told me this game cost $40. And I know this is a beta, but the game really doesn't feel ready to cost $40, if that makes sense to you. It's very delayed, it feels very mushy, unresponsive, and it needs a lot of work in that department. Another point of contention is this the time to kill. You might notice again in the gameplay, some people I shoot a lot before they die, and a lot of the times I'm hitting headshots or really highly accurate sprays in these people as well, and it still takes them a very long time to die. This is probably because this game is meant to be balanced around it being like a team-oriented hero shooter, but I still think you could probably get away with making the time to kill slightly faster across the board. But let me know if you played the Concord beta and what you think about the time to kill in the comment section, because I had limited playtime, so maybe I didn't get the full view of what the game actually is. One thing I do have to say is, when I was playing the game, I didn't hate any of the maps that I played. They were all pretty damn good, and you know me with my maps. I made like an entire 7-minute section critiquing Battlefield 2042's maps in my review. But one thing I will say is they are eerily similar, once again, to some team deathmatch maps, or just some maps in general that I played in Destiny 2. The entire game is really. It's pretty much completely unignorable. One thing I thought was interesting with this game is it's only available on PC and PlayStation. That's pretty strange, because typically when you see crossplay games or just games available on multiple platforms, they go all out. But this is a Sony game, you know, it's a Sony exclusive. That's what it says when you boot the game up. So I guess that's what they're doing with it. In terms of game modes, Concord is a 5 versus 5 game. You have 4 game modes that were available in the beta. You have Trophy Hunt. It's a respawn-based mode where you fight to basically take down the rival crew member and gain points for that. You have Clash Point and Area Control. Clash Point is King of the Hill, and Area Control is basically domination. Then you have Cargo Run, where you have to get this quote-unquote Blue Buddy robot package delivery system and plant it in a zone and then defend it from the rival crew in order to win the game. So everything about this game is competitively oriented, but I'm just wondering how this game is going to survive, because it costs so much money, especially with the mediocre beta impression that it made on people. So overall, my initial impression of Concord is that it's kind of just one of those games where, you know, it's alright. It's okay. You know, I don't hate it. It's not the worst game I've ever played in my entire life. It just didn't absolutely blow me away, and the price tag would get to me when it comes to this game, because I don't know if I'm paying $40 to play this game. And I understand people can say, oh, it's a beta, they have plenty of time to fix things, but with how similar it is to Destiny 2 and the fact that it has so many problems that are similar to Destiny 2, I don't know, guys, I just don't have much confidence. One thing I do think this game has going for it, though, is because it is competitively oriented, I do think this game will always have somewhat of a player base, especially because there is a crossplay element to it between PC and PlayStation. I think that will bolster its community, and inevitably it'll form a sweaty, niche community that will stay around and play the game until they shut it down. And who knows, maybe later down the line they make massive improvements to the game and it gets much better and they add more content, and maybe they, you know, reduce the price of the game. That's a funny joke because that never happens. But I suppose I'll keep my eyes on Concord as it moves forward, and I might revisit it in the future whenever there are any playtests, or maybe when it comes out. So that is it for this video, guys. If you enjoy the content, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I am going to be covering Delta Force really soon in its entirety during the playtest, so if you want to watch Delta Force, Battlefield, and really any FPS-related content, this is the channel for you. Turn notifications on. I also have a Discord channel. That link, as well as my Twitter link, is also in the description, so join up on the Discord, follow me on Twitter, and thank you guys for watching. We'll see how this game pans out. Sorry, it's not that good.
Target. I'll give them something to look at. Healing up. Watch my back. Deploying smoke grenade. Healing up.
What is with the flinch?
I'm hit back.
I was beaming that kid. Why am I flinched?
Falling back to heal.
Gotta heal back. Danger here.
Not bad.
Oh my god, reload the gun.